Welcome back, guys and girls, to your second HTML5 and CSS3 Canvas tutorial by ifactioner.com. If you would like to download the code for this tutorial or the graphics and the logos, then you can do that on ifactioner.com. So let's continue our discussion. Up till now we have made a page and we have introduced a canvas element using the canvas tag, and we have used an internal cascading style sheet to change the background color of our canvas to yellow and to give some border to it. So now we will be using the internal JavaScript file to introduce the graphics in our canvas. Right now we have drawn a canvas, but to draw something on our canvas or to import the pictures in our canvas, we will be needing a scripting file, and for that purpose I would be using JavaScript. So I go to my canvas.html file and I just zoom it out, and then I introduced a script tag under the body tag, and I just write script, and to close it I write /script. Right now I do not need to tell to my page that it would be a JavaScript, because by default the client-side scripting language for HTML5 documents is JavaScript, so we do not need to tell it. And now I will be introducing some variables in the JavaScript. So to introduce a variable, I write var and then my variable name, which is can. Yes, we can. Variable can equals to, and then I tell it to go that you need to refer to this canvas element. So I say document, which is the HTML document dot, and then I use a function get element by id. And which element do I need to assign to this variable? That is an element with an id of canvas. So I say new canvas. After that I need to use the context, which you can consider it as the paintbrush with paint elements, to draw something on my canvas via JavaScript. So I introduced another element, another variable, which is jctx JavaScript context, and I say that you need to get the context of this canvas, and now this canvas is being referred by can, therefore I write can dot get context, which is a method, and to get the context of 2D. That means that we would be able to draw in 2D, in 2 dimension. Right now 2D is the standard in HTML5, and there are 3D elements, and we can draw with 3D, but those are only vendor specific. So there are no standardized context in 3D for HTML5, but we hope that it would change in the future. And now I need to tell which color would I need to fill in my element, and I say that jctx.context dot fill style, and if I do not give any values to the fill style, then it means that it would by default be black. So I just say that let's it be black. And now I need to draw a rectangle. For that I would be using fill rect method. So I say jctx dot fill rect, and now I need to give 4 values to the rectangle, and those values are the values of x axis, y axis, width and height. The x-axis is basically the horizontal axis of our canvas. It starts from 0, and because the length of our canvas is 400, it goes to 400. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 200 and to 400. And the y-axis is the vertical height of our canvas, and it starts from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on to 400. So we need, if I need to draw a rectangle over here or somewhere over here, then I need to calculate the pixels, which would be around 10 pixels on the x-axis and 100 pixels on the y-axis. So we would be drawing a square over here. So I give the value of x-axis to be 10 pixels, y-axis to start it at vertically at 100 pixels. What would be the width of our let's suppose square? I say the width would be 150 pixels, and because I want to draw a square, I say that the height would be 150 pixels. And I change the spelling of height to this and y-axis to this, and I save my file, go to my browser, refresh it, and now see that we have drawn a black square on our canvas, which is 10 pixels from the x-axis and 100 pixels down from the y-axis, and the width and the height of our square is 150 by 150. So now let's draw a rectangle of pink color. To do that, I use the same property, which is jctx.fillStyle equals to, and here I can give the color name, RGB value, HSLA value or other values to color my rectangle. So I say that the color would be FF00FF, and now I would like to draw a rectangle with the fill rect method, and it would start at around 10 plus 150 on the x-axis, because I have already drawn a rectangle that is square that is 150 pixels wide on x-axis plus 110 pixels which is equal to 160 pixels. So I say that this rectangle should start at 165 pixels on the x-axis, and let's say 100 pixels on the y-axis, because I want to draw a rectangle which starts from here, goes over here, and it draws a pink rectangle. So I say that it should be 150 pixels wide, but its height should be 100 pixels. And I close it with a semicolon, save my file. I can go to run and launch in Chrome, or I can just go to my browser and press the refresh button. And now see that we have got a pink rectangle on our canvas. And you can experiment with these numbers and try to get hold on how to calculate the x and y axis, and it would help you in the future. Guys and girls, thank you very much for joining me for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we would be using an external cascading style sheet and external JavaScript files to draw lines and strokes on our canvas element. See you in the next tutorial. Take care. Bye bye. Welcome back, guys and girls, to your second HTML5 and CSS3 canvas tutorial by ifactioner.com. If you would like to download the code for this tutorial or the graphics and the logos, then you can do that on ifactioner.com. So let's continue our discussion. Up till now we have made a page and we have introduced a canvas element using the canvas tag, and we have used an internal cascading style sheet to change the background color of our canvas to yellow and to give some border to it. So now we will be using the internal JavaScript file to introduce the graphics in our canvas. Right now we have drawn a canvas, but to draw something on our canvas or to import the pictures in our canvas,